Okay, so in this video, what we're trying to do is we're trying to show a pattern for where negative exponents come from. So I've got written here 2 to the second power, 2 squared, and we know that's 4. And 2 to the third power, well, that's just 4 times 2 again, it's 1 more. So if I multiply 4 by 2, I get 8. And if I multiply 2 to the fourth is just 2 to the third times 2. It's just 8 doubled is 16. So I see this pattern here. If I kept going, 2 to the fifth would just be this doubled, right? So 16 doubled is 32. Okay, I want to turn this around, though. And instead of doubling, I want to start here. And how is 16 related to 32? Well, isn't 16 half of 32? Oh, yeah, and 8 is half of 16. And 4 is half of 8, right? So if everything is going in halves this direction. So if I continue this pattern, I'd have 2 to the fifth, fourth, third, second. Then I'd have 2 to the first. Well, what's half of 4? Well, 2, right? We know that. And when I don't have an exponent written on a number, I know it's to the first power. Well, if I went 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, the next exponent I have would be 0. And the next exponent after that would be negative 1. The next exponent after that would be negative 2, and so forth. So I can see this pattern in how the exponents are going down by integers. Well, half of 4 is 2. Well, what's half of 2? Well, half of 2 is 1. And, well, what's half of 1? Well, I keep my halving pattern. Well, half of 1 is 1/2. And half of 1/2 is a fourth. You know, if I have half a pizza and I cut in half quarters, and half of a fourth would be an eighth. Well, I noticed that I can rewrite, well, 2 is just 1 over 2 to the first power, and 4 is just 2 squared. So I can rewrite it like this. 2 to the second power. And 8, which I knew over here, was 2 to the third power. So there seems to be a pattern when I look at here and here. When I look at here and here. When I look at here and here. And that is the negative exponent rule. So I could see that if I have something to the negative exponent, it's 1 over the same thing to the positive exponent. That's one way to say it. So it might be, if I used it with letters, it might be look like this. So a to the negative n, so the negative exponent, that's the same thing as 1 over a to the positive n. And there is my negative exponent rule. Hope that's clear. Right, is that clear? So let me test you real quick.